Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel The Trading Game, the channel where you get all the stock market related information, news and financial education. In this video, we'll be talking about Reliance. We'll be doing the detailed analysis for this stock. And there are a couple of indicators which are showing the weakness for this particular stock. We'll be going through that. Before that, as usual, let's look into today's market update. So what happened in the market today and who were the gainers and losers. And we'll be talking about Nifty and Bank Nifty. So how the indices did today. And for the new joinees here, please do subscribe the channel if you are new here, and also hit that like button if you like the video. Okay, so let's start. Let's look into the Nifty here. As you can see, yesterday it closed at 10,763 and it opened some gap up at 10,802, which is around 40 points. It gapped up, but from there you can see that the high made, so it was 10,813, which is just near to that opening price, and from there it fell to 10,689, which is almost like 100 plus points from the opening price. So there was a weakness seen in the mid half of the session, but however, at the day end, the market was able to sustain that whatever the gap, and now it closed at around exactly 10,800, just 35 paise down from that, which is a 0.33 percentage upside. Okay, so now coming to the Bank Nifty. So here you can see that it closed up by 429 points on the upside, 1.93 percentage. And you can see that from the yesterday's close price, which was 22,198. So this also made some 55, 56 points gap up from there. Initially, it made a day low where you can see that 22,040. It didn't go below that 22,000. It acted as a support. From there, you can see that the stock made a high of 22,674 and it closed almost at the day high. And for the guys here who have watched yesterday's video, I gave the indication that it might jump because as we saw yesterday, Bank Nifty moved only 1%. So that is the kind of that is a compression, meaning the index didn't get any particular direction yesterday, so it was very range bound. So it just moved 1%. That is the difference between high and low for the stock was yesterday 1%. So ideally it was supposed to move, and you can see here it moved around 6 or 30 points, which is almost like a 3% move today. Okay. Okay. So with that, let's look into the gainers and losers of the day. You can see all the financials did go good. So whatever the gainers, top five gainers I picked here, so all from financials. So generally, my gainers and losers will be the F&O stocks, and not generally less than 100 rupees. So I'll be picking F&O stocks which are more than 100 rupees. So you can see the top gainer was Bandhan Bank, which closed at around 395, which is 10.5%. And after that, again, Ujjivan, so it closed at 7.85 percentage. And Bajaj Finance, for which we made a video yesterday, and it closed at 7.8 percentage. In yesterday's video, I gave the target for this stock around 3,800. So look like it touched 3,400. So in the next coming few days, they definitely it might go to that particular target in the next few days. Then comes IndusInd Bank, which closed around 6.1 percentage, and RBL Bank closed around 5 percentage on the upside. So coming to the losers, there were not much losers, or in fact, in the numbers, this was not much. So you can see the top loser itself was Adani Port, which closed at around 3.76 percentage. Then Muthoot, so it closed at 2.7 percentage, and Glenmark, you can see the continuous flow is going on for the negative side. So if you remember my video on this particular Glenmark, the day where it touched when it touched 570, I gave a short call at 550 rupees, and I told that I suspect that it might go to 440, which it had already achieved, and still it is going further. So we don't know where it is going to stop. But however, the target what we had given, it is like 100 plus points. In fact, 110 points it is already achieved. So coming to BPCL, so it lost around 2.65 percentage, and Tata Steel was around again 2.5. So these were the losers of the day. So now, just before starting that analysis of the Reliance, as usual, I just want to bring in few points. because my videos are based on indicators, but on a flexibility indicators, meaning I don't stick with one particular indicator. So what I generally say is there is no indicator which works on all the stocks, but definitely there will be an indicator which will be working on a stock. So we need to find out that particular indicator which works on that stock. It is not that we just put one indicator and just try to apply it for each and everything. So here my task is, in these videos I'm just trying to find out that particular indicator which works on that stock, and trying to update you on what my findings are. So please, if you like this my effort, please do subscribe the channel and hit that like button so that it gives some motivation for me to do further videos. So now coming to the Reliance, so let's directly go into the chart of this stock, how exactly it is showing there. So here we are into Reliance daily chart. So as you can see, this is a 1 day chart, and we have applied it from beginning of May, you can say. So you can see this particular candle is from 11th May. Okay, so for the last couple of months we have applied this, and as you can, if you recall my earlier videos, I generally used to talk about EMA, but in this particular for this Reliance stock, we are talking about trend line as well as RSI. So you can see here, from here there is a trend line which is going on, and you can see that the stock is continuously on the uptrend. Okay, so now if I draw a trend line from this 11 May, so it is going on the upper side, and you can see that it got a rejection today. Yesterday it made a high of for that point, around that point. Today again, that was opening was almost a high for this stock, and it got a rejection today. So what it means is that it got the rejection of this trend line. That means it respected this trend line. So now there is a chance of it going towards the parallel trend line on the negative side, which you can see here. It shows that the stock might have peaked out. From there, there might be a chance of it coming down. So one is this particular theory supporting that, and the second one is if we look into the RSI. So for this stock, we have applied RSI 10. And as you can see here, whenever the stock goes near to that 80 mark, it retraces all the time. So you can see here, I think in the last couple of months, it has happened thrice already. So around this the day when we talked about this 11th May, so it had reached around 2082, 83 mark. From there, it fell towards that 50 mark. So from there, continuously it went up a bit. So now in between, in the mid of June, so it had again touched that. From there, it had a retracement. So now, today what happened is again it was near to that 79 mark. From there it had fallen. The difference between this fall and this fall is, so you can see here, it took a lot of time for the stock to cross that particular trend line, whatever the trend line you are seeing here. So you can see here, from here almost like a June 19th. So it almost took around 30th, which is 11. So 11 days in this. I don't know how many trading sessions will be there, but it took almost 11 days to just come and touch this trend line for the RSI. But now in just 1 day, you can see here it almost traveled down almost half of this distance. So that means there is no much time left for this stock to go down. So that means might be tomorrow or day after, there is a chance that it will touch this below trend line for this RSI, and from there there is a chance of it breaking that for the first time, because it never broken, and the stock is continuously moving upside. So there are all chances that it may hit this and cross this, and may start its movement further on the downside. So as I mentioned earlier, there is nothing like there is one indicator which works. So we need to look into different indicators. When we talk about stock market, it is nothing but just a repetition of the history. So we need to find these. Definitely, we need to give some time to the market to for our studies. But there are a number of chances we'll be getting once we do this particular cycle or study, and depending on that, whatever the output we get from these kind of study, we need to apply it in our day-to-day activities. Okay, so in just predicting the market, so there is nothing that when I told this will work 100%. There are chances that it might fail also because market is supreme all the time. We might be wrong many a times. So but yeah, we need to accept that market is supreme, and our job is just to predict the market, not to fight with it. So if it works for us, it is good. If it is not, we will look for any other particular indicator. Okay, so this is how we I did the analysis of this Reliance. Please do subscribe the channel if you are new here, and hit that like button if you get some learning out of this video. Okay, with that, let's meet in the next video. Until then, take care. See you. Bye bye.